2007 was peak RuneScape for me. Me and my mates used to hop in this Skype chat we had every night after school and all do our own thing. Some of us fished, some trained Slayer, and some just stood around trying to merchant and sell things. But every night before we logged off, we'd meet up and go kill a boss for an hour or two. It wasn't great money because there were so many of us the loot split was awful, but we had the best time together.
When was the last time you did something in an MMO that wasn't efficient? What was it? I mean, as silly as that sounds, I used to genuinely have this idea of, it was beautiful. I would get home from school, we had this Skype chat going for like 2 years, it never even closed. There were so many people in the Skype chat, it never hung up. It would get so laggy, but we would keep trying to do it. When was the last time you logged onto a game, did something, and you knew that it wasn't efficient? Because, as they said, the creator of SimCity once said, given enough opportunity, a player will optimize the fun out of a game. Have you ever sat down to play a game and within about half an hour to an hour of playing it, if you're lucky, if you even get that far, you start to think, I should go on the wiki and work out the most efficient way to do this? Not the most fun way, not the most enjoyable way, the most efficient way. People seem to have this idea that when you sit down to play a game, if you do not make progress that either the game or the community as a whole recognize as progress, it has less value than you just playing the game for your own way. Have you ever been playing a game and made little progress and thought, wow, that was a waste of time? What a strange thing to think. What a strange thing to do, to sit down to enjoy your hobby and to do it in such a way that others may not see it as efficient, that the game may not see as efficient, that you may not progress through fast enough, and your first thought is, that was a waste of time. People seem to have this opinion, I've noticed it be more and more prevalent nowadays, that when playing a game, you must make progress, because playing a game without progressing is wasting time, but playing a game while progressing is not wasting time. And I think that might be because there are so many games available to us now that we want to play all of them. But we say to ourselves, hey, I'm not going to play that game until I've played this game. So playing the game you're playing now isn't just about slowing down and experiencing it, it's about completing it to get it out the way to allow something else to happen. Do you find that you have a lot of nostalgia for things that used to be difficult to do because you did them? But if presented with a situation where you are required to do something difficult, you don't want to do it now. You like the memory of having done it. But if you're like, hey, do you want to do it again? No. Do you have a good memory of this? Yeah, I enjoy it. I remember these times when me and my friends, used to spend hours being inefficient. Okay, cool. Do you want to be inefficient now? No. Because the memory is great. But when you say to people, why don't you do that again? Why don't you recreate that memory now and see how it feels now? Suddenly people realize, actually, I have a different mindset now. I have less time. I'm grown up. I have a job. I have kids to look after. Not me personally, but other people who have MMORPG histories have, different time commitments now. And while they remember having a great time being inefficient years ago, you ask them if they want to be inefficient now? No, they don't. It's very, very... It's almost sad that the fondest memories you have are the experiences that you don't want to have again. Because if you had them now, you wouldn't be able to enjoy them.